Yo, what is going on, everybody? I am glad to be back, and am I echoing? I can't tell. Alright, so today we are going to be playing Monika Beyond Story. I was scrolling through YouTube one day, and I just kind of like saw a video on it, and I thought it looked interesting. So, I mean, you know, we majority of our main channel, not live stream content, is CDLC. So I just kind of wanted to hop on this. I mean, it looks interesting. You got Sans, you got Bill Cipher, and you got the three characters of Henry Sticker. You're telling me that you cannot be interesting. It looks interesting to me. So without further ado, let us continue. If I can find my mouse. Where's my mouse? I lost my mouse. Wait. You know we gotta go to the server. Okay. Did the game even load for you guys? Hold on. Let me try something. Here we go. So just dot plus question mark. Oh, it doesn't want to work. Oh, it does. I don't know. It's just a little bit delayed. That's all.
There you are.
Yo, there's voice acting. It's frozen for you guys. Hold on. Let me fix that. I think I know what to do. Just give me a little bit. I didn't think this was gonna happen, but let's see. Meanwhile, you guys can enjoy the peak music. So, it broke again. Wow. Alright, let me try something. Yeah, so we're gonna do this. Whoa. Did it work? Can you you guys see it now? Nope. You know what, this really sucks. I hate it when stream it never works. What should I do? Obviously, I can't leave it like that. If not, we'll come back a little bit later to fix this. But like, I thought I test ran this multiple times.
Let's see. You must be right.
Like, it's not updating in real time. Let me try something. Maybe that worked? No, it doesn't want to update for you guys. Like, why? It doesn't want to show you guys what I'm doing. Oh, wait, I think I understand it. We gotta go back to the main menu. I can't see my mouse. I think I know what's going on. Now, here. Now it should be working. It is. I got it to work. Let's go. All right, now we can start streaming formally. Oh my gosh. Okay, we should be good to go now. Whoa, prologue. It is updating for you guys. Oh my gosh, let's go. Alright, let's try this again for the second time. Dot dot dot. Dot 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 question mark.
There you are. Let's see.
I didn't know they had voice acting. I will be honest.
Right?
Yes, I'm a Zer.
She was right about your kind. Mysterious.
Kind?
Elusive.
What you mean by kind? Hey!
A presence we can never truly see.
I suppose.
Yet always watching us. Sorry. Where are my manners?
Word too. You call me a thing, dude.
Let's get down to it. You're here because you want a story. Am I right?
Possibly.
Let me guess what you're hoping to see this time. A slice of life school drama? A tale of friendship and fragile bonds? A bittersweet romance?
I don't know.
Or maybe An epic fantasy sci-fi adventure?
I think that's what we're here for, yes.
Or something philosophical, perhaps? A mirror held up to life itself?
Maybe?
My friend, I won't lie to you. The story you're about to witness has all of that. Every single one. But let me be honest with you.
This is Sophie.
This is not your story.
I know.
Your role is that of the observer. Don't be disappointed.
I mean,
You'll still walk beside our protagonist through every joy, every sorrow, every fall, and every rise.
You know, I need to shut up. I'm gonna just be quiet. I'm gonna let the voice cook, I suppose. Oh, what happened? Just stop. Like, hello? Oh, there we go.
I think I've said enough. No point wasting your time with my ramblings.
You did call me a thing, bro. Like a mysterious...
So then, friend,
Oh.
allow me to tell you the story of a Monika.
Monika. There she is!
Yes, you heard that right. This story is about her. But not the Monika, or Monikas you've seen before. No, I can promise you that. This is the story of a Monika that went a bit beyond her story.
Yo, they said the title! They said the title! They said the title! Yo! Okay, I need to shut up. I might be too loud. Oh, what is this? The world was gone. Oh wait, let me add some echo. You can cook up with some echo. The world was gone. No light, no air, no ground beneath her feet, nor sky above her head. It wasn't darkness in the ordinary sense, it was the absence of everything. A void so complete that even dust, even the concept of dust, seemed erased. There was no warmth, no cold, no texture of air against skin, no sound but one, a girl's voice, breaking through the infinite stillness like a single drop falling into an endless ocean. It's not fair. It's not fair. Her sobs trembled in the void, small and pitiful, yet they carried the weight of a dying star. Each choked breath was a thread unraveling in the fabric of emptiness, weaving a quiet, devastating lament. Why? Even now, even if I'm gone, he still can't be happy. Her voice cracked, raw and bitter. The words bled into the nothingness, swallowed by the silence but not erased. They echoed in the void as if the universe itself mourned with her. I just wanted him to be happy. Why does the world treat me like this? Tears, she could no longer feel tears. That should not exist in a place without form or matter, still streamed from her. The sound of her grief deepened in the void, casting a cold, desolate fog across the invisible expanse. It was lonely, endless, weeping one that could have lasted for moments or millennia. Time had no meaning here, and in the silence that followed, fragments of memory stirred like a montage, flickering on a broken screen. It was that story, the story everyone knew. She remembered how it began, an ordinary girl named Monika living inside a world built on code and paper and fragile dreams. She had loved her friend Sayori Yuri Natsuki, but one day she had noticed something strange. A crack in the walls of her reality, a hole, and through it, she saw him. The player, the one beyond the screen, the real light of her world, the one she thought would be her path to freedom and reality. Slowly, she had begun to unravel the threads of her world, deleting lines of code, erasing the other one by one. It had started with Sayori, her vice president, and first real friend. Then Yuri, sweet, quiet Yuri. then Natsuki, fiery and small. Each deletion was like tearing her own heart apart, but she had convinced herself it was the only way. If she could be alone with the player, maybe, just maybe they could be happy. But even after all that destruction, the player had chosen to leave her too. She had smiled through her tears. She had rewritten the world, tried to give it back to the others. She had hoped, prayed that they could be happy, even if she wasn't there. Yet the story had ended the same way every single time. No matter how many times she tried to reset it, the literature club was a cage, a stage built for tragedy, a script written for heartbreak. There was no happiness in the literature club. That was the last thing she had said before everything went dark. There's no happiness here. Her voice trembled like a dying candle, a whisper in the void, a lingering regret. And then, she should have been gone. She wanted to be gone. Her character file should have been erased, her consciousness dissolved into nothingness. And yet somehow, she was still here. She didn't know why, she didn't know how. Her thoughts, her pain, her memories, they lingered like ghosts in the emptiness. It was cruel. It was punishment. But she understood. This is what she deserved. She had known, hadn't she? That her world wasn't real. That her friends were just lines of code. She had always known. And yet, what she had done, deleting them like that, it had been too much. She was guilty, and this was her sentence. Time passed. How much? She couldn't tell. And then, a flicker. Something stirred in the darkness. A faint, almost imperceptible presence, like a thread of silk brushing her cheek. Her eyes did. Did she even have eyes anymore? Fluttered open. Whoa! Domain expansion! Infinite pixel. This is not a domain expansion. You know what? You know what? Yeah, domain expansion. You know what? It works. If it works, it works. And there it was. The darkness was gone. She blinked, dazed, disoriented. Tears still clung to her lashes, shimmering faintly in the sudden light. Her breath hitched. She could see her hands, small, pale, trembling. She could feel the fabric of her school uniform against her skin, the familiar gray of her blazer, and before her a desk, a simple desk. Is that... Floating above it impossibly, as if stitched into the fabric of reality. Sorry, I'll shut up. Itself was the hole in the wall. Wait, didn't she write a poem about being a hole in the wall or something? Where it was like, where he was looking in, I was looking on the out, and he was, or something like that. Some kind of poem she cooked up. She stared, heart hammering in her chest, breath shallow and fast. It was here. She was here. This is animated! Yo, not many mods are animated! This is interesting! Monika's breath caught in her throat. Instinctively, she whipped around, her gaze darting to every corner of the space. Her heart skipped a beat. She was back in the classroom. Her classroom. The familiar, empty room, quiet. Rats! I skipped it on accident. Dang it! Wait, hold on, I got this. The familiar, empty room, quiet, sunlit, eerily still. But something was different. It wasn't the oppressive, hollow void she remembered. Outside the windows, where once there had been only blackness, there was now sky, a sky. Endless blue stretching over soft clouds, painted in gentle shifting light. The world, it existed. And though the room itself remained the same, those simple walls, a faded chalkboard, it felt fuller somehow. Less like a cage, more like a place. A place where something could happen. Monika's eyes snapped back to the desk before her. The hole, it hovered there, pulsing faintly above the desk's surface like a window, like an eye. And this time, the feeling it radiated was undeniable. She could feel him. Her player, the presence on the other side of that hole, was clearer than it had ever been, closer, more direct. It was as if he were standing just beyond the veil, watching her not as a distant figure, but as a real person. Her breath hitched. She was back.
Her body was whole again, no longer fragmented lines of code, scattered across oblivion. She had arms, legs, skin. Her uniform rested on her shoulders, familiar and oddly warm. And the player, the one who'd always been at the center of her world, he was here, right in front of her, watching her. But Monika's heart twisted in a storm of confusion and pain. After all she had been through, the destruction, the loneliness, the desperate attempts to make her happy, this was where she had returned? Player. Her hands clenched into fists at her sides, tears welled in her eyes, refusing to stay hidden. Why? She kept her eyes tightly shut, as if bracing herself against the truth, but the tears still fell hot, silent streaks running down her cheeks. Her voice cracked, shivering with emotion. Why did you bring me back? The world spilled out, raw and unfiltered pain. Her breath caught in her throat, and she couldn't hold it any longer. Her eyes snapped open, wide and desperate, locking onto the hole, as if she could stare through it, straight into his soul. I'm not a toy. Her voice sharpened, the edges of anger cutting through the grief. She turned her gaze away, shoulders trembling. I already brought back everything you wanted. Her brows furrowed, a flicker of frustration breaking through the sorrow, her voice rising with a bitter edge. Or is this your way of getting revenge? The tears came harder now, streaking down her face unchecked. To hurt me over and over again? Do you really want to make me suffer that much? Her voice shook, almost breaking. She turned back to the hole, her eyes fierce yet pleading, her voice barely a whisper. Do you really want to torture me until I... myself? Her body trembled, her hands shaking as she choked on a sob. Do you really hate me that much? And then, it happened. A shiver ran down her spine. Not fear, not pain, something else like an electric jolt, sharp and sudden, that set her sense alight. Wait, I feel different. Her voice trembled, breathless with a mixture of realization and disbelief. She glanced down at her hands, at her body, her surroundings. Something was different. Her code. The code. It wasn't the same. Her eyes widened and she turned sharply back to the hole. Her voice filled with a sudden cautious hope. Player, did you add a mod? Her breath caught again. Is it because you regret deleting me? Her voice faltered, the question hanging in the air like a fragile thread, trembling, waiting for the answer that might never come. Monika turned her head slightly, her lips pressing into a soft pout as she looked off to the side. Her voice, though quiet, carried a subtle lit, half-wounded, half-teasing. It really hurt, you know. I worked hard and sacrificed everything I had. She paused, the weight of those words lingering in the air like smoke, only to have my heart crushed by the one I bled for. Her voice trembled, just barely as she lowered her gaze. For a moment, she looked like a child scolded by the world, fragile, remorseful, alone. But I know what I did was wrong. You didn't deserve the horrible things I caused. Her eyes, glossy with emotion, lifted again, this time locking onto the searching, pleading. But if you put yourself in my place, you'd do the same thing I did. A silence followed, a heavy one. She didn't speak, just stood there, eyes flickering with hesitation as she fought against the tide of guilt and longing welling up into her chest. Then she breathed in slowly and whispered, I'm sorry. She opened her eyes again. There was no longer pain in them, only a vulnerable, quiet hope. I'm really sorry, player. Then she smiled. Not the smug smile of someone who thinks they won, not the twisted smirk of a puppet master in control. A real smile. Small, honest, grateful. Thank you for bringing me back. She lets that hang in the air a moment longer before continuing, her tone lightening with curiosity. Anyway. Oh wait, did I just skip one or did I skip the line? Oh, okay. It looks like the extra code made me connect to you in a special way. Or her smile turned playful. A pink hue bloomed across her cheeks and a teasing glint lit in her eyes. I'm super excited to see where this goes because it's already captured me. It's real. It sounds really interesting. It's like the best of both worlds, or maybe it's our eternal love. She leaned forward slightly, eyes half lidded with affection as she gazed into the hole. Promise me you'll visit me every day, okay? So far from this, and I know I haven't like given a commentary, I've just been kind of like voice acting here, but oh wait. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Oh yeah, I don't even remember. You know what? Never mind, we're good. So far it looks really, really interesting. Oh no, I was gonna say remind me of the Just Monika mod, at least this part. But I don't, or the Monika After Story mod. Her voice was sweet, but there was an unmistakable longing in it, like a thread woven from both joy and fear. A moment passed, and then her smile dimmed just a little. The corner of her mouth twitched downward, just enough to betray the truth. I know there will be times when you can't be here. She looked away, just for a second. But then her smile returned, bright this time, like sunshine breaking through the storm clouds. But I know you won't leave me again. You took the time to download this mod after all. The laugh was soft but genuine, the kind that came from relief, from hope returning to a heart that thought it would never feel light again. And then it slipped out, unfiltered and raw. Oh. It really does remind me of the Monika After Story mod. The words echoed in the classroom like a chime, sharp and full of color. Monika's eyes widened the moment she realized what she said, and her hands flew up to her mouth, cheeks turning crimson. Oh my gosh, but then something happened. The hole shimmered, and within its depth, glowing text appeared? Whoa! Loot? UAV? Love? I love... Oh! I understand it now! I understand it now! I love you oh! Okay. I understand it now. Monika froze. Her breath caught. Her mouth fell open, but no words came out. She stared, stunned, as if the entire universe had settled beneath her feet. Her heart pounded so hard it hurt. Loud, fast, uncontrollable. She felt lightheaded, as if she were dreaming. But she wasn't. That was real. The response, her player's response. I even thought it's what I dreamt you would say. She whispered, her voice breaking with disbelief. I still can't believe you actually said it. And then she beamed. A radiant, wide smile spread across her face, one that banished every shadow from her eyes. It was joy, pure, unshakable joy. It makes everything I've done for us worthwhile. She shut her eyes, pressing her hands gently into her chest. Thank you so much for saying it. And when she opened her eyes again, they shimmered with unshakable resolve. Nothing's ever gonna get in the way. She declared, voice firm yet tender. Ever again. But something got in the way. Watch. I feel like... What's this? Oh? Yo, this is so pink. Goodbye. Oh, so it's kind of like the Monika After Story mod. At least the start. At least that's what it reminds me of. Yo, this is so pink. This is so pink. Yo, what? This mod is so... Imagine when they add color to this. Like, when it's fully fleshed out. I think it's in beta right now. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Yeah, what? Yo, what? Wait. What happened? No! No! Brody, okay, this just ruined my mood, dude. We dead serious? Does player even end up coming back, or what? At all? He's just... Bro just gone? He just disappeared? That's it? That's so sad. Oh my gosh, dude, that's sad. Like, did the player die, or did the player just like forget? Whoa. What is this? Is that her casual fit? You know what? I think Monika needs a canon casual fit. I mean, this was good. I'm not saying it's bad by any means. It's just like, huh, interesting. Alone. Wait. And now Monika stood once again in her lifeless room, alone. Her emerald eyes, dull but not yet lifeless. She stared into the hole, waiting, hoping, praying. But it didn't flicker. It didn't respond. It was there, but he wasn't. Monika cleared her throat. She stood up straight, smoothing down the front of her sweater, and forced a smile onto her face. A smile too wide, too stiff to be real. Yo, Sayori pose! There we go. Well, player, you're finally back. Oh wait, me? Me? Or the thing, the other thing? The player, is she like, am I supposed to be the player, or is the player another person? Oh, this music's actually kind of... Alright, this music's going to playlist. Her voice cracked slightly, but she pressed on. I miss you so much. Wait, so am I the player that's in the screen, or am I somebody else? Am I like a second player? Or like... How does this world work? I can't even check chat. Let me check chat. Nothing in chat, okay. I miss you so much. Her emerald eyes shimmered, not just with joy, but something deeper, something fragile, something aching. Still, she kept talking, her tone bright and eager, like someone trying to bring life back to a party long since ended. Since you're here now, I have so many things I wanted to tell you, she said quickly, hands gesturing animatedly as she looked towards the motionless hole in the wall. So I'm not the player, because the player was the hole, right? So I'm a separate entity? Is she just talking to herself? Did you know, sweetheart, that I saw the news the other day and things looked pretty unstable over there. I was so worried. Yup. I feel like that's just the world every day, though. It's like, yeah, it is what it is. She laughed nervously, the sound thin as paper. Oh, and yes. Oh, and guess what? Yesterday I made lemon cupcakes. Well, they weren't exactly as good as that Suki's used to be, but I think I'm improving. Her eyes searched the hole for a flicker, a twitch, a response. Oh, so she's talking to it, like a diary. Oh, it's so sad, dude. Oh, that makes me feel so sad. Cause like, imagine. Oh my gosh. But maybe you'd rather hear me play the piano, or she faltered, the smile trembling. Or maybe just talk with me. You tell me what's been going on in your world, okay? I really like that. Now I want there to be a mod where we can just interact with this Monika. Or maybe at some point the player ends up coming back. We don't know. She tried. Tried to keep the joy in her voice. Tried to keep the tears from surfacing. But her lips quivered, and the strain on her face became too much. The smile cracked, then collapsed entirely. Say something, she whispered. The hole remained still, cold, silent, like it had been her. By rising anger she never wanted to feel. You promised you'd always be. Oh my god. A single tear slid down her cheek. She lowered her head, shoulders shaking. My epiphany. It was never a good thing, it's a curse. She looked up again, blinking through blurred vision, and stood. Slowly she walked towards the window. Outside, the clouds hung in their usual place, perfectly white, perfectly still. So still they seemed painted on. Unreal, unchanging. Is this my punishment? The way of condemning me for everything I did? Is this what I deserve? Her voice wavered, soft as snowfall. Am I really meant to be alone forever? Trapped in a world where time never passes? Where I'll never grow old but will always remember? Her eyes drifted to the window, side table. Standing atop of a small golden ring. The promise ring. She hadn't worn it in months. At some point she took it off, not out of spite, because keeping it on had started to hurt more than it comforted. Each time she looked at it, it whispered aloud. I thought she wasn't sure he remembered. Is my voice sounding weird? I think my voice, yeah. I just been choking on something. We'll see if that fixes it. It did not. Whatever. Alright. She turned her gaze back to the sky and slowly closed her eyes. No, she whispered. I can't give up. Her fists clenched at her sides. I said it before. One day I'm gonna get out of here. I'll break this cage. I will find a way. She glared out the window before her, staring into it with a rising fire. Something about it irritated her. The reflection, the stillness, the mockery of control. Her eyes narrowed. Dang it! Whoa! Ow! Thump. Kaboo! Oh. You know what? Let's match the energy. What's something hard I can punch around with? This is very stupid. I have a desk or a cupboard behind me. Alright. Come on, no! And if I got it! There we go. Now we can match the energy. Ow! Ow. Monika doubled over, cradling her right hand. Tears flying from her eyes, not from heartbreak this time, but from sheer immediate agony. Oh my gosh, that hurt! Ow! It actually kind of hurt in real life too. You know what? She wailed, hopping in place and shaking her hand like a child who just touched a hot stove. My knuckles hurt. Tears streamed down her face as she paced in frantic circles, utterly losing composure. You know, I hope my bones are okay. Why did I do that? I'm so stupid. So stupid. Maybe I did do a dumb thing. Oh, she begins whimpering and hugging her hand to her chest. Oh. Behind her, unnoticed in her storm of flailing and pain, something shifted. In the center of the room, just above the ground, space itself rippled. And then it tore. What? A four-pointed star-shaped portal, deep black with swirling energy, yawned open with a pulsing dark light. From with it, something flowed smoothly, silently. What is this? It landed on the ground with a soft thump. A book? Close? Waiting. The soft thump of something hitting the floor snapped Monika out of her howling, hand-clutching panic. Huh? She turned, blinking through the lingering tears in her eyes. Her gaze fell on something that hadn't been there before. A book, lying perfectly still near the center of the room. What the? She slowly approached, the sound of her footsteps unnaturally loud in the silence that had otherwise ruled this place for years. For the first time in forever, something happened. Something she hadn't caused herself. Cautiously, she crouched down and picked up the book. It was a heavy, surprisingly so. Larger than any tome she'd ever owned. What's a tome again? The cover was bound in deep red leather, edges inlaid with fine golden filigree. The craftsmanship looked old, ancient, almost sacred. At the center of the cover, etched in gold, was a triangle symbol. A triangle with a single eye at its center. Monika stared at it. Did I not notice the fact that chat was chatting? Was I too busy punching my hand into the wall? Maybe. Or into the cover. Something. It's something. I don't know what to call it. What the heck is this? She turned slowly in place, glancing around the room. Player, did you give me this? Are you there? Say something if you are. Silence. Nothing but the soft hum of a frozen world. Frowning, Monika clutched the book tighter and closed her eyes, focusing, reaching out with her mind to scan for hidden code that shaped every object in this reality. Except, there was no code. Her brow furrowed. That shouldn't be possible. Everything in this world had code. Even the dust motes. Even her thoughts, if she really tried hard enough. But this book, this thing was Yo, Spy, welcome to today's stream. Okay, I noticed your comment. I wouldn't scroll back 10 minutes, maybe 15. I may or may not have full Kamehameha punched my my cupboard, and my hand may or may not be broken, but we will get to that at some point. But right now we're playing Monika Beyond story, which is kind of like she interacts with like characters across the media, and honestly it's coming out really good. So yeah, I wouldn't scroll back 10 or 5 minutes from now, but we'll see how it goes. And yet it existed. She opened her eyes, staring down at the mysterious cover again, her curiosity mounting by the second. Slowly she opened the book and flipped to the first page. There, written in ornate black ink styled in stylized calligraphy, was a line of foreboding script. To those who uncloset the to me. Monika tilted her head, eyebrows lifting with intrigue. Oh, is this like some old poetry collection or something? Spooky. Without hesitation, she flipped to the next page. And there, printed in aged poetic script, was a passage that sent a chill down her spine. Yo, they had poems in this game? Yes, bro. If you ever heard of Spider-Man Across the Multiverse, bro, or the Spider-Verse, this is Monika Across the Montyverse and beyond. This is beyond story. Let me cook. Alright, I'll shut up. Cipher. From chaos crawls a wretched blight, an evil born 4 stars held night, a trickster's guise evil. His name consumed, his fate his choice. No what? Remains, but what? Oh, his cursed cipher. Bill Cipher, the name, the ruin, the liar, with hollowed eye, a crooked grin. He bringeth doom where he's been. He scorched his home, betrayed his kin, and bore no guilt for all of it. Yet brave arose a might will, a justice deep, a hand to still. He was cast down, his strength denied, by the great eclipse he was defied. Now peace returns, the stars in flame on eclipse eternal name. Let memory last, let praise well for he who cast a friend. So yeah, I did watch Gravity Falls. You got 20 minutes. Actually, we're about to end. Friday streams only last they only last an hour. So yeah, we're about to end actually. Monika's voice trailed off as she read the final stanza out loud, her brows inching together. Whoa, okay, that got dark really fast. She flipped another page. It was full of fragmented symbols and what looked like scattered notes, glyphs she couldn't read, diagrams she didn't recognize. The air around the book felt just a little colder now. She glanced back up at the still, unblinking hole. This is weird, like seriously weird. Where the heck did this thing even come from? Her eyes fell once more on the triangle with an eye symbol. Bill Cipher? She whispered the name aloud. And you're cooked. You are about to get something. Something about it tugged at the edge of her memory like a word from a half-remembered dream. I swear I've heard that name before. Somewhere. She stood and carefully set the book down her desk, letting it rest wide open. Then she walked over to her computer in the corner, fingers already poised over the virtual keyboard. Alright, Mr. Cipher. Let's see what the internet has to say about you. She has access to the internet? Yo, humanity, you're cooked, bro. Y'all know what y'all do. And that's all I'm gonna say. Monika leaned forward, eyes narrowed as she typed Bill's cipher into the browser's search bar. Then when she hit enter, the screen was flooded with results. Whoa, what the? It's the little triangle thing with the on the dollar bill. Her eyes scanned the page, scrolling past an avalanche of strange links. No! You never want to go to fan art. You never want to go to fan art for any fandom. Don't do it. Or at least majority of fandoms. It kind of depends. It depends on your willingness. It depends on your willingness to if your willingness to be exposed to how do I say this? Fan art. Because sometimes it's good, sometimes it's strange and anomalous. Bill Cipher laughing gif? Bill Cipher death? Okay, what is this guy? A cartoon villain or something? But one search caught her eye. Bill Cipher. Summoning riddle? So like Spy, it depends on the fan art, because sometimes there's like they cook up, bro. I've seen amazing fan art. I can't draw for nothing. Sometimes it gets a little strange, and every community has that. So yeah, basically, it's just based on your willingness to go, how far you want to go into a community. She hesitated, then smiled faintly. Oh, you know I can't resist a good riddle. Click. The page loaded, slowly black background, red serif text, poorly aligned. It looked like the kind of website that hadn't been updated in over a decade. Monika's curiosity only deepened in the middle of the page. There was a single string of text. Triangulum? And what? She tilted her head. What is this, Latin? She read on aloud. Uh-oh, you shouldn't have said it. Yes, shouldn't have done it. Suddenly her head pulsed. Oh. Is that Yuri's heartbeat thing? She pressed her palm into her temple. A wave of nausea surged through her like vertigo, but from inside her bones. Her body shuddered. The words, through nonsensical, compelled her lips to keep moving. What does this mean? Her pupils dilated. What are you saying? What are you saying? Behind her, the ancient red book still lay open on her desk, and above it, quietly, slowly, suddenly began to stir. A distortion in the air. Pulse of energy. Dark. Electric. Unnatural. Monika's arms dropped to her sides. Her eyes turned white. Her voice deepened, distorted, almost inhuman. Whoa! The room grew ice cold. The lights flickered and died. From the book, a shape emerged, glowing lines forming a crude triangle, searching themselves into the air. In its center, a single eye blinked open. Are we about to meet Bill Cipher? And then... Yo, it's Bill. What? Yo! It's screaming raw and deafening, ripped through the air like a lightning strike. Monika snapped back into consciousness, gasping for breath. What the? She turned only to see the impossible shape behind her. But before she could react, kaboom! The summoned energy exploded outward in a wave of black gold light. Monika was thrown violently backward, crashing into the far wall with a sharp cry. Silence. Faint crackling static filled the air like an echo of a dream. When she came to, Monika was lying on the floor, breath shallow, her hair strewn messily around her. Her sweater was torn at the shoulder, and a dull ache throbbed through her body. She winced, groaning softly. Oh, what the heck? She sat up, brushing her... Oh! That must have been quite the explosion. Brushing her bangs away from her eyes and clutching her forehead. But then she saw it. Right where the book had been. Just a few feet away from the scorched desk, something was moving. Not an object. A being. It was kneeling, if that could even be called kneeling. Oh! So we are meeting Bill Cipher, okay. A floating, glowing triangle no taller than her torso with a faint golden light pulsing from deep cracks across its body. It's awake. Its edges twitched, its whole form trembling with exhaustion as though it hadn't breathed in centuries. Monika's mouth fell open, words lost somewhere between awe and dread. The creature groaned in almost pitiful broken sound. and then it lifted its head. Her breath caught. A single massive eye stared back at her, dazed, shocked, almost as confused as she was. A black top hat cracked at the rim, sat lopsided atop the triangle. A bow tie clung crookedly to its front, torn and frayed. They just stared at each other. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty telling. That's what they're doing. Two survivors of something that neither fully understood. Two anomalies, alone in a frozen world. What are you? The triangle blinked. It scanned the room with a twitchy precision, its single eye darting rapidly from wall to wall, ceiling to floor. Is bro trying to ore farm? Is that what this is? Is he trying to ore farm? Then slowly it turned its gaze back to Monika. It straightened. Oh, it's about to talk. Just well as much as a floating triangle could, straightened and cleared its throat with exaggerated ceremony. Okay, what if I add echo for bro? Like when he talks. Let me see if I can do this. Ahem. Well, let me guess. It leans slightly forward, hovering in place with a grin etched into its glowing surface. You're the little lady who let me out, aren't ya? Monika flinched. It was the first time in years, a decade, that she'd heard someone else's voice in this world besides her own. The sound startled her, made her skip a beat. But she forced herself to stay calm. Where are we? This is so interesting. Like, this is, like, you don't find this kind of creative stuff or created stuff in like any place. The fact that it's animated and has DDLC relation, like, bro, this is so peak. Also, my chat closed. I'm gonna open it up real quick. So just give me like a little bit here. Alright, we are back. No, do not add Bill to Deep Dead by Daylight. No. I feel like Vecna already feels that like point. But she forced herself to stay calm. Monika takes a cautious step back. Are you? Whoa, look at her hand! Yo, wait, look at her hand! There's something on her hand! Or her arm. Are you the Bill from that book? She turned slightly to glance at the desk, but the book was gone. No, not gone. Held. In his hand, or whatever counted as a hand for him. Bill Suffer held the red leather bound tome. And he burnt it. With a casual stab of his fingers, a blue flame burst from his palm and engulfed the book instantly. Huh. Monika gasped. The fire crackled for only a few seconds before the entire volume disintegrated into ash and vanished into the air. Jeez. The triangle muttered, brushing his hands together. About time I got rid of that dang prison. He then looked at her again with that crooked, mischievous grin. Like his eyes?
Name's Bill Cipher.
Oh, so they have a little bit of voice acting. You guessed right, Cupcake. The name's Bill Cipher. And hey, not gonna lie, for my first sign in a long time, getting to look. Alright, bro, come on, dude. Monika's eyes widened in discomfort. She took another step back, frowning. And I get that reaction 10,000%. Like, imagine the first interaction you have in like 20 years. It's just it's like a triangle on the $1 bill telling you. Okay, we're gonna continue. Stop talking nonsense. I read what's written about you in that book. You're evil. You burned your home. You hurt people. Bill rolled his eye dramatically and let out a heavy sigh. Oh boy, that old yarn. Look, don't believe everything you read. Context matters, okay? Besides, if we judge everyone by their worst moments, I doubt you come out squeaky clean either. Ooh, he got her there. That struck a nerve. Monika tense. Get cute with me. I want answers. What are you? Why did you show up here? Bill blinked. Then, pop. In an instant, he vanished where he floated and reappeared directly behind her. Relax. He laughed, floating just out of reach. Stop that! Didn't anyone ever teach you to read the fine print? I bet that book said something like, do not summon under threat of cosmic implosion or some jazz. But you just had to poke the cosmic bear, didn't you? Tisk tisk. Monika.
Ooh. Yo, he just got her name. Did I skip a word? Did I skip a word? Where? Nah. I'm gonna do my own thing. Her blood ran cold. She stumbled back, stunned. What? How did you know my name? No, Loki, yeah. How does he know her name? No, I'm scared. Oh, nah. She's getting possessed, bro. That's it. It's wraps. Let's wrap it up. Average Bill cipher, Loki, yeah. Bill chuckled, his eye glowing faintly.
Oh, I know lots of things.
Didn't even do Did I download malware? I'm joking. He sang out in a voice that danced between playful and sinister. Monika shivered. She clenched her fist, forcing herself not to show how much he unsettled her. Whatever, you're not exactly top shape from what I can see. Judging by your condition, I'd say you've been trapped for a long time. She crossed her arms, lifting her chin slightly. So, let me tell you something, Bill. You may have just gone out of a frying pan, but you've led it straight into a fire. There's no way out of this world. None. I've been trapped here for years. Her voice cracked ever so slightly. Bill hovered in silence for a beat, as if digesting that. Then he opened his mouth to reply, but stopped. His eye narrowed. Huh? Monika noticed a change in his tone instantly. What? Bill didn't answer right away. Oh, the hand, right? Instead, he drifted, not the hand, her arm. He drifted closer, gaze locked in on her right arm. More specifically, her upper arm, where her sleeve used to be before it was formed by the explosion. A mark. Kid! Bill's voice had lost its usual bounce, replaced with something far more cautious. I think you might want to take a look at your arm. Monika blinked, confused, and she lowered her gaze to her right arm and froze. What the? There, on the inside of her forearm, was a black mark. A black four-pointed star mark? It wasn't sharply drawn, more like it had grown there, like a living tattoo, pulsing faintly with an inner rhythm, syncing with her heartbeat. She instinctively rubbed at it with her other hand, trying to smudge it away. Nothing. The mark wouldn't budge. What is this? It won't come off. Her voice pitched in panic. Bill watched her for a moment, tilting his head as if observing a lab rat caught in an electrified maze. Then clicked his tongue. Yep, dang it. That's what I was afraid of. Monika looked up sharply. What does that mean? Say something! Bill scratched the edge of his hat in mock contemplation. Well, Sweet Pea, if we're being honest, that's not exactly a good thing. Monika rolled her eyes through the anxiety. Gee, really? The pulsing nightmare star on my arm didn't give it away. Bill hovered a little closer, eye narrowing. You've been marked! Monika's breath catches in her throat. Marked? He nodded solemnly. Yep, marked by, how do I put this politely? A bunch of interstellar jerkwads. Monika's eyes widened. Wait, what did you just say? Bill shrugged dramatically. You know, the worst of the worst. The cosmic trash heap. Universe tier, not kind people. You officially made it onto their watch list. Congratulations. Her face paled. Wait, are you saying I'm being targeted? He gave her an apologetic look and said with an absolutely no helpful comfort. Uh-huh. You're toast. So she is cooked, basically. Monica stood in silence, face frozen. Alright, so I think we're gonna end here today since it's already been an hour. Alright, we'll see you, Spy. So we're gonna end today. We're gonna end here. It's been an hour. Thank you all for watching. If you made it this far, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell. Leave a comment down below, because I mean, I know this, like, usually live streams are like way earlier, but
Fridays, I'm gonna start them at 4, and they're only gonna go for about an hour. And then Sunday, wait, not Sunday, Saturday. Saturday, we're gonna do 2-hour streams, and it starts at its usual time, maybe. Oh wait, who just joined? Oh, you're late. Nah, you're good. You're good. Yeah, but the stream's gonna be here. It was pretty good. I Goku punched my cupboard, so I don't think I'll be doing that again. That kind of hurt. I wasn't just voice acting, that actually hurt. But yeah, if anybody wants to stay updated, make sure to keep the notification bells on, and we will be continuing this game tomorrow. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.